Foley is the art of creating and recording sound effects. It's performed by a Foley artist and recorded by a Foley mixer, and it's done to picture.
When I started 25 years ago, nobody even knew what Foley was. I used to tell people I was in the adult entertainment industry because they had no idea, clue what I did. I used to sell films overseas to different countries, and I met this lady, and she brought me to a post house, and I kind of looked in the window and I saw these people, you know, throwing car doors across the room and to sync with picture, and I got interested in it. So I asked them if I could hang out and, you know, observe, and since then I've done from Baywatch to Passion of the Christ to Captain America to SpongeBob to cartoons.
You know, I was working at a pretty low level at a post-production audio house, and I got the opportunity to work on some Foley, and I met Vinny, and then just kind of started working together and got busier and busier. But one of the beauty parts of working in Foley is that it's a partnership and it's a collaboration, and so you get to, you know, work with somebody else and bounce ideas off of each other. But we're still kind of stuck in our own little world here.
We're completely have total freedom of making the sound of what we want to do. And it's really kind of it's an honor and a privilege, because when it goes to the mix stage, they're ready to go. So what we give them has to be right. Cool? Usually in Foley, the more creative you can be, the more intense your Foley can be. So on average, a 10-minute cartoon like SpongeBob or Penguins of Madagascar or the X's or Courage the Cowardly Dog, any of them take about 9 hours to do. They're about 10 minutes long.
When a new episode comes out, I'll go down to Nickelodeon and I'll meet with the creators of the show, and I sit with the composer and the sound designer, and we'll watch the show all together. We get to ask specific questions about what objects are or what kind of floor surface it is. So that's kind of the first step, and they'll, you know, if they have any kind of creative ideas, they'll tell us, and then I'll, you know, bring it back here and I'll talk to Vinny about that. And then it's really up to him to kind of come up with how he's going to make the sound, and then it's up to me to guide him.
Is it 3? Here we go.
My job is to get the best possible performance out of the Foley artist that I can.
For a Foley artist, you really get to you recreate the sound for the actors. Meaning that if the actor's going to go and kill somebody, it's not you're just making the sound of killing somebody or stabbing somebody. You need to get into the mode of how he's going to do it, because you're enhancing his performance. They're not seeing me on the screen, but they're hearing me on the screen. Cool? All the stuff you see here is kind of our personal stuff. There's all kinds of props, and every Foley stage basically has a basic supply of dishes, boxes, some squeaky toys, some like fences, car doors, but there's a lot of times we'll have to bring stuff in. I was in my gym working out a couple weeks ago, and I was using these two things, and this thing had a really good squeak to it. So I went up to the guy and I said, dude, you know, if I buy you a brand new one, can I take the old one? And the guy goes, yeah, you buy me a new one, you can take the old one, hands down. So I went to the gym store, bought a brand new thing, and I said, here you go. And he gave me the old one that squeaked, and I was just like, oh yeah.
We're lucky in that we get to work on a lot of really great stuff.
SpongeBob SquarePants has been one of the most happiest times, because I will see kids and I'll see a kid with a little SpongeBob shirt or carrying a SpongeBob balloon, and somehow it just makes me know that I've touched millions of people in a small way.
You know, there's not too many places in the world that you can go and say it's SpongeBob and people don't know what you're talking about, so. There's no like real magic to it. It's about putting in the time and learning how to do it and practicing your ass off. I mean, that's really what it's all about. So just like any other job that requires skill, you just gotta want it really bad to the point where you're willing to spend a lot of time doing it.
In a town like Hollywood, what it really takes is you have to, hands down, enjoy what you're doing, and not try to copy somebody else, not try to be somebody else, but to be yourself. Find out how you can do it better than anybody else.
I think we're really privileged to work on shows that make a lot of people really happy. That's one of the things that's most rewarding to me about the work that we do. It's a really unusual thing to be doing, and it's really fun. I mean, that's the reason that I'm happy to keep doing it, is because it's fun consistently. You know, it's every day is something new. Even if we're working on the same shows or the same movie, it's every day is different.
I'm allowed to be as creative as I want, 24/7, 7 days a week. And there's nothing more than a privileged life than to be creative most of your days.